RASASI HAWAS ICE. I know I'm reviewing this pretty late and there are already enough reviews about this one in YouTube, and the only reason I did not hurry up on this one is because this was unnecessarily overpriced in the beginning. Unnecessarily overpriced in the beginning. So what I mean by that, stay tuned to watch in detail. What's up guys, this is Yasa. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasa's Fit Fact. Today I'm going to talk about new release from RASASI by the name HAWAS ICE. Okay, if you remember the old bottle of the initial release of RASASI HAWAS, which is my most complimented fragrance ever guys, ever. It used to look like this one. The current bottle looks slightly better than that. The bottle color is a little different. But cap, I actually like this one. So this is the first release HAWAS, and here comes HAWAS ICE, which has that nice gradient sort of a color. It's 100 ml eau de parfum again, obviously made in UAE, Feb 2024 batch. Okay, RASASI doesn't come as France, in case you didn't know. So it's obviously made in UAE, made in Dubai. Let me see what they write here. Yeah, it says made in Dubai, UAE. So this is the bottle, very neat. Okay, slightly darker than the previous bottle. It has a white cap. The cap clings in well. I think some of the batches in between had that problem. And when I received this bottle, this was slightly tilted because the cap was off the box inside that in transit, and this kind of things happens in transit, guys. So you sometimes have to bear all that, because if you're very particular about all that, you have to get it from showrooms, and India doesn't have a RASASI showroom. So now, how exactly HAWAS ICE smells, and the point that I made, it was unnecessarily overpriced. The only reason I said that is because when it was launched, I checked with my friend and cousin in Dubai as to what the price is there. They said HAWAS ICE, and trust me, all of them said HAWAS ICE is slightly better than this one. All of them, whoever I asked, they said ICE is better than the plain HAWAS. Not like too much difference. Now that I have it, I did compare the differences. There is about 20% differences between the two. Okay, but otherwise they almost smell the same. If you love this one, you don't mind having another one which smells very similar, you definitely can get this one. But if you have a tight budget, you do not want to smell fragrances which are very similar, don't get this one. But I'll again talk my heart out. To me as well, this is slightly better than this one. The 20% differences makes this slightly better than this one. Now going back to my point, where I said this was overpriced, and that's because two of my friends said it's just 20 or 30 dirhams more than HAWAS in Dubai. But the way it was priced in India, I think when it was initially launched, it was priced around 5,200. I decided I'm not gonna get this, because why would I pay 1,500 more for a fragrance that is going to smell 80% like this one? Okay, that was my thought process. I know I'm a reviewer, so sometimes I need to get fragrances just for reviewing sake, but I skipped on this one because there were already enough reviews on YouTube and my review is not going to make a big difference. So I thought, calm down, let me take it when the price go down, because I knew the price is going to go down, because that's not the pricing in Dubai. So it is just about 20-30 dirhams more than this one. So if this sells around, let's say 3,600, 3,800 or within 4,000, this shouldn't cross 4,500. And when it was 5,200, I just waited. So I think I almost waited more than 6 months now. And now I saw the price for the first time, which is at 4.5. Okay. Now, if you ask me, is this the best price? I would say it can come down a little more, maybe about 300, 400 bucks, a little more. Okay. but it is still good to have at 4,500, not beyond that. This is just my opinion, guys. Now, if some seller is planning to sell it at 5,000, or don't say that I said it's not worth. I'm just talking about what I feel, because when you have a fragrance which smells exactly or 80% like this, you don't really have to pay that 1,500 more for a very similar fragrance, right? It's a logical, rational thought process. So that's exactly what I'm thinking about. If it is priced between 4 to 4,500, I would still say it's great to have, because if you're paying 5,500, 6,000 for a designer fresh aquatic fragrance, this is way better than those French designer fragrance, guys. This is way better. This performs like a beast mode summer fragrance. It projects like a beast mode summer fragrance. The projection of this one and this one, this is more evident. Now, the 20% difference that I'm talking about is this does not have that bubblegummy, fruity accord that the opening of the plain Havas has. And that is something which some people do not like, including myself. I don't like that these days. I'm talking about, I obviously used to love this when it was initially launched and I was young. I used to love those bubblegummy, fruity accords. These days, I don't like it so much. So this one doesn't have that bubblegummy, fruity accords. This starts off with that boom projection, typical Havas with that icy feel. I think the violets here is more icy. It's more woodier. It's not fruity and sweet like how the violets are in Havas. So the violets here gives that icy feel. It's more woodier in the base. It has that nice, beautiful cedarwood musk in the base. Opening is aquatic. It's not that bubblegummy fruity. So that's the difference. So that's where I said it's 20% different than the plain Havas. So it's less fruity, less bubblegummy, more aquatic, more woody, and it projects more evident than the plain Havas. Projection, I could sense it even in the 4th and 5th hour. I was getting whiffs of it here and there, but I don't get that when I wear the plain Havas on myself. Though, of course, I get compliments from others, so it still does that job. It still projects. Okay, it's just that I don't get the smell. But when I tried this one, I was getting it myself. So there was a difference. This was, for some reason, more evident to my nose, and that's because I don't know the reason, but obviously that also projects, and that's why I get crazy compliments from that, even in the 5th, 6th, sometimes in the 10th hour as well. But when I tried this on myself, I was getting the whiffs of it myself, even though I wore it on myself. I just tried 2 sprays. It was evidently projecting, like airy projection I'm talking about, even in the 4th and 5th hour. The lasting went up to 10 hours, guys. So Havas Ice, if you get it for a price of 4 to 4,500, and if you don't mind having a similar smelling fragrance like the plain Havas, just get it, guys. So that's my review on this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in case you have tried this. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.